Hello? Hello? Oh. Hello? There we go. Okay. So, as the title states, I don't want to animate. I've been working on the animations. It's taking forever. So I'm going to color for the stream instead. So, that should be fun. So just have a little chat with some coloring. Keyboard's messed up. It's wobbling. That's interesting. Anyway, not the best angle in the world for me or for the camera, but this isn't the best setup. I set up to do this properly is a bit more money than I've got budgeting for. So, I've got this fuzzy Heige coloring book. I have like a bunch of fancy adult coloring books, but it's nice to have simplicity. I have a Christmas version of this too. I guess we could actually color the first page. I haven't done that. So I'm going to be using AdHd markers. These ones aren't brush tip, because the brush tip large packs with bullet nibs are expensive, so they're chisel and bullet. I have two of these because I bought these before. Okay. So, it is going to mess up. Hold on. The page back here, which I've already read, but it just says, coloring with joy, relaxation, and positivity. Hi there, this is the person who made the book. I can't read the name. And I am so grateful for your support and for you joining me on this wonderful coloring journey. I'm absolutely thrilled to share my creations with you, and I hope you unwind and find endless joy with these pages. So, just things about that. But we're gonna do this first. So I have these color swatches. I have this piece of paper to draw on. I really wish I could find a use for fluorescent orange here, but I don't think I'm gonna find that in this coloring book. It doesn't just look like this on camera. This is how it looks in real life. It looks like it's glowing. It's really cool. But most of the coloring done on these pages resides out of this swatch card. I have my AdHd markers organized by swatch, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so what color shall we make these bears? I think okay. I think if we look back into the book, pages I've already done, I've kept it pretty bland. That one page was a little bright. Well, we'll start with terracotta for, I think, this bear. can't actually see the markers from way back here. So I'm going to move them. They are now sitting in front of me. Okay. There we go. Ah, the smiley face is back. I was putting the smiley face back on the page. Oh, we're asleep. Unfortunately, the camera falls asleep a lot. There's nothing I can really do about it, because I cannot find the settings to turn that off. I have looked for them thoroughly, and my camera does not have the capacity to leave filming on. So, because it's not got enough memory, so it's gotta go all into my computer. Yep, that's the color I was looking for. See? Bullet and chisel. I don't really like brush tips. Brush tips have their use. Let me zoom in. Brush tips do have their uses, but for the most part, I prefer chisel. That is just the way I've learned to draw or to color. I'm not big into shading. If I was big into shading, I think I'd like brush tips more. But I find it hard to stay in the line with them. Not really sure what to talk about to give commentary to this. What I want to do is sing, but copyright, so can't sing. I will say, the older Ohuhu markers were round. These ones are oval. I'm not sure if I like it or dislike it. It's better to hold them like this. However, if you want to have it at a different angle, it'll be hard. Now, without them being brush tip, that doesn't matter, but I can see that being a really annoying with them brush tips. Coloring, coloring, coloring pretty pictures. Ew, that's a little funny shaded. It's getting a bit hard to color at this angle because I'm coloring with my arm around the tripod. So that's holding up the camera. See there? I'd say he's pretty cute. Oh, I should have done that. I like to leave my markers. Well, wrong way. I like to leave my markers out so I can get back to them. So I can keep the same color palette. Okay. So next, we're going to do the chair. We'll do the chair like maybe a plastic. So maybe I don't really like pink. That does affect my coloring. Almost completely skipped that swatch. I'd say for the plastic chair coloring, they could be wood. I can do plastic. We're going to do this color. This is like my favorite color of the whole lot. I've worn a lot of these out. That and this one. What is that? Focus. It's focused on camera. Curline blue. Serene. I don't know. That color. I usually find them by their numbers. There we go. I usually find them by this number instead of their names. Do his chair first. I do have colored pencils. I guess I could go back and shade these. I also only have till 11. So I haven't been posting a lot, so I'd be surprised if I actually get any viewers. But I want to be inviting for any viewers that I may get later on. Oof, that's got a lot of bleed over. Need to figure out what I'm going to do with his nose. I think I'm going to make it, let's see. Oh, wrong way. I think I'm going to, yeah, make it that color. Nice and dark. His tongue has to be darker because it's bled over, so we'll make his mouth just look open. Like that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Rotating camera. There we go. And, yep, too far. Okay. Anyway, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do the rest of them. So this is plastic chair, look. This is plastic chair. This is not. This is a fabric chair. So I'll have to figure that out. Kitty. I want to make a gray kitty. So let's figure out what color gray. Gray. So what color gray? Miss Kitty. Want to be nice, light gray. Probably gonna do cool gray 42. Here. Got cool gray 41. There's cool gray 42. I think they're technically blue, but to each their own. Oh, now I really gotta go through the tripod. While I'm coloring about this, I'm gonna talk about, I was thinking Pokemon, but then I realized that I don't really have a ton of knowledge in that fandom. I have a ton of knowledge about Slugterra, but that's like a thing that people just don't even recognize anymore. It was all the rage when I was a little one. It just kind of fell off the planet. That had the opportunity to have a massive fandom, or no one would like it, and the people that actually watch that show are far and few between. I could give spoilers up on the anime I should be working on the stream, but I don't want to give too many spoilers away. Sorry about the shaking of the camera. My arm is literally running in between the middle bar and one of the legs of the tripod to reach it. So, sorry. Or, yes, sorry. Didn't realize where the camera was angled. Something to talk about. Got to watch one of the lovely SpaceX launches. It was live streamed on repeat. Uh-oh. I'm saying uh-oh is yellow, which is on this alcohol pad, seeped through because the alcohol dissolves it. So if I can find... Excuse the flying headphones. Oh. They're not down here. They're up at the top. Oh, now I've got a microfiber cloth, too. Whoop! Okay. I've got, shelving above my desk, which, I use for extra desk storage. So, that's fine. But all I gotta do to stop that bleed through thing is just to wipe these off with a sanitizing rag, the same ones I use to clean my desk. Wrong way. And just let them dry for a second. And what would stain drawings usually comes off, so got all that off it. I'm gonna pick up those headphones while I wait for that to dry, so be back in a second. Ooh, I really gotta stop. I gotta find a better tripod mounting. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like I lost an earbud. Ugh. Hamburger plushie. So it appears that's gonna be fun. Anything? Nope. Okay. It appears that I lost one of my wireless earbuds. That fell off my desk. I'll have to find them later. Good news is I have backups. Not branded. I ain't got money for branded ones. I do have a hamburger plushie with a face. So that's cute. There's a beanbag back there that I threw that on too. Okay. This is dry now. So back to what we were doing. Fortunately, she's got a little bit of a tabby cat look to her now. So that's nice. But, alas, ooh. That's a thing. Nope. Okay. Oh, those shoes. Some reason this rain boot color. I want those shoes to be that color. Okay. So need something to talk about, and since nobody's here to give me any ideas, I'm gonna talk about Ella's shenanigans this week. She has brought me a salamander. I told her to drop it. As she was dropping it, the salamander dropped its tail. The salamander got away. Then there was a tail of a lizard on our porch. So that was quite a disgusting mess. She's always chased lizards, skinks, all sorts of things, but I'm not even sure where she found a salamander. We don't exactly live in very salamandery areas. So there's a little heart there. I'm going to decide what color. I don't have a purple. Oh, yes, I do. I have a whole page of purples. And decide what color to make that heart. I think we're going to do with dark blush. Ooh, R295. What's this? One? Oh, that's R293. Yep, there we go. Fine. They're not actually calling him bullet. They're calling him fine tip. Oof. Not sure about that pink, but it's what it is. We'll do her nose and that too. And know what? This heart. Make it all matchy in the inner ears of this cat. And know what? We'll do Teddy in them too. There we go. Okay. I have to actually remember where these go. I just realized, so it might be best to put the markers away. Okay. So we're going to do the top of her cup in peacock green. Because why not? And then we'll do the base of this one's chair in that same coloring. Trying to keep a uniform theme here. Squeak, 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 squeak. I'm not even sure if that noise can be heard on the stream. Let me check. Yes, you can hear the squeaky marker. If you like that sound, it's there. If you don't, sorry. Anyway, cool. Now, as for the coloring of the dog. yellow, like a tan. We'll do a tan. One of these tans. Not actually tan. We're gonna do mushroom white, I think. Or more. Should I do mushroom white or morin? We're gonna do mushroom white. Okay. E286. This one. Yep. This one. So. We're gonna do the whole dog in this color. Squeaky, squeaky, squeak. Oh, that noise is terrible. Yeah, definitely can try and talk over that because no one needs to listen to that. What's causing that squeak is the alcohol sinking through the paper. These are not the best coloring books in the world. They're not the best for alcohol markers, but they can just look so nice when you do alcohol markers with them. I think I'm gonna make the legs of this chair the same color as this dog. Might regret that, but I can always make them darker later. I would not agree that this is the same color as a mushroom. I think mushrooms are much lighter than this, Ohulu. Okay. Oh, I have a fun animal story. I had one of my turtles pull the mosquito netting off of the top of their trough. They're kept in a 100-gallon horse trough because that's the best thing for them because they're still smaller. I will move them to a HDMI cord. Bigger pool eventually, but for now they're in a horse trough. I have a mosquito net over them because we have a lot of mosquitoes to keep them from getting in there so they don't get salmonella or something. Well, one of the turtles pulled this mosquito net into the horse trough, one end of it, climbed up it, climbed out, moved the fence meant to keep them from doing this, away, and ran off. Lucky for me, I have a dog fence, and because that turtle is domesticated and domesticated bred, she was not able to get out and I was able to find her. But that was fun. And it was at 8:30 at night in the dark. And the grass hadn't been mowed in a while, so it was really tall. So I was worried I was going to step on her. Not so much worried about hurting her at the size she is, as so much her biting me. Because while they are domesticated, they sure do not act it. That's not where that's supposed to be, is it? Oh, yeah. Cotton color. I mean, I live by cotton fields. I should know what cotton color looks like, shouldn't I? Wow, we got nothing but green. That is just straight green. Because of this. Okay. So more or less, this page is done except that chair. So I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with the chair. What time is it? Okay, got about 50 minutes left of this stream. I'm... Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna let my camera fall asleep. Wake up. Wake up. Anyway. Okay. I'm gonna get myself a viewer. Number one fan. Oh, that's bad. I'm my number one fan. That's my other account. Yeah, that's bad. I'm my number one fan. That's scary that you can see that. Oh, that's scary. Oh. I just realized that you could see that. I didn't know you could see that. I have been number one fan of a few people. I just realized you could see that. I'm gonna do vivid purple for that chair. This is 2. Yes, I'm blind. Okay. Anyway. Considering how long I've been on YouTube on my other channel, it is impressive that I just now realized that you can see who your top fans are in your chat. I got top 1% of viewers of a really famous artist because I was playing the music like 24/7. Just give it a little purple straw. Okay. So there we go. Oh, so this page is done. That's not. Do that also in emerald green. No, I'm not going to make a background on the front page. Because I'm not very good at backgrounds. And I don't... Actually, I'm very good at, like, landscapes and stuff, but, like, drawing them around creatures that exist, not my forte. That bow needs to be done, too. We'll just do it in green. Got the green out. It makes sense. We're gonna just do the bow in green. Yeah, that is as bad in real life as it is. Can we... No. No. Is this a smart bulb or a normal bulb? Great Valley. It's a normal bulb. I was gonna say, if it was a smart bulb, I can change the color of it. It's not. It's a normal bulb. I could probably put a smart bulb in there, but I could also just make the lights behind me brighter. Let me try that. was unaware that my light bulbs had a password. That's quite a thing. Oh my goodness. Ah, there it is. That was fun. I did not know my bulbs had a password. Okay, can we turn up the brightness? Does that help? Or does it make it worse? Honestly, can't tell. Well, that definitely makes it worse. Yeah. We could just do this. Yeah, that's an option. We can film the rest of it in this. I have... Eh. What is going on in here? Hold on, I gotta... There we go. Anyway, so I can't really do anything about the lights other than turn them up. Why? It looks like I'm outside now. It's kind of weird. They're a little too blue. Little too blue. There we go. Anyway. Okay. That was fun. I have smart lights. They weren't any more expensive than normal light bulbs. I mean, they were, but the normal light bulbs were $20 for a box of 6. Those light bulbs were about $20 a piece. The hope was that they wouldn't burn out as quickly because they wouldn't get used as much or as bright. They do get used just as much. I use them just like normal light bulbs. I've set them to the color I like, all of them the same color. I've just been leaving them there, turning them on and off like I would any other light bulb. So that's a thing. Yeah. But it's nice to be able to make them darker if you want, but you don't want them completely off. I just forget I can do it. Well, this page is done. So I suppose with that, the stream could end. That's interesting. I think... Oh, that would be cool. Oh. Sorry, wrong thing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this emoji flashes on and off when members start watching my stream. So despite the fact that I am not big enough to have a member because my account is a owner, it's considered a member. It activated that. These dice, I can either spin them manually, or they will flip when I get a new subscriber. So that's cool. I guess I'm done. Bye.